best basketball in the WNBA post-Olympic break.
Did you know that Caitlin Clark is averaging insane numbers in her rookie season? We're talking 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists. But Shaq still says she's not that great. What's going on here? Let's break down the stats and the drama. So, Shaq dropped a bomb on Caitlin Clark, saying, "You ain't that great yet." Can you believe it? The basketball world went crazy. Fans and analysts are fired up, defending Clark left and right.
And that opportunity, Caitlin Clark for three, rattles it around for her.
I love her. I love the way Caitlin Clark is playing.
For the Fever, good ball.
It's like a full court press of opinions out there. But here's the thing. This isn't just about Shaq and Clark. It's bigger than that. We're talking about the future of women's basketball here. Why does it matter so much when a legend like Shaq talks down a rising star? And what does this mean for Clark's career? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. All right, time to break this down. Imagine a world where a rookie's incredible performance gets overshadowed by outdated comparisons. That's exactly what's happening with Clark right now. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. You see, Shaq's comments aren't just about Clark. They're part of a bigger problem in basketball, especially when it comes to women's sports. There's this trend of dismissing emerging talents, and Clark is the prime example right now. Think about it. Clark's putting up numbers that are blowing minds left and right. She's not just good, she's changing the game. But instead of celebrating her skills, some folks are stuck comparing her to veterans like Diana Taurasi. Now don't get me wrong, Taurasi is a legend, but here's the thing. Comparing a rookie to a 42-year-old veteran isn't exactly fair, is it?
An electric crowd here in Wintrust Arena. What does it mean to witness up close the recent in her journey? It started at LSU. What does it mean? What's some advice you've given her?
It's like comparing apples to oranges, or better yet, a fresh draft pick to a seasoned pro. Let's talk stats for a second. Clark's averaging 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists in her rookie season. That's not just good, that's phenomenal. But instead of focusing on her incredible performance, some people are stuck in the past, unable to see the future of women's basketball right in front of them. This isn't just about professional jealousy, it's about a bias in sports commentary that often fails to recognize and celebrate young talent in women's sports.
Good run from the end of the first quarter, Clark again. Heating up.
And you know what? That's a problem. It's holding back the growth of the league and stopping fans from getting excited about new stars. Imagine if we did this in men's basketball. What if we dismissed every rookie who came into the NBA saying they weren't as good as the veterans? We'd miss out on seeing the next generation of stars develop right before our eyes. But here's where it gets really interesting. This dismissive attitude isn't just unfair to Clark. It's potentially harmful to the entire WNBA. When we downplay the achievements of rising stars, we're basically telling fans, don't get too excited about this new talent, and that's the last thing women's basketball needs right now. The WNBA is growing. It's exciting, and players like Clark are a big reason why. She's bringing new energy, new fans, and a whole lot of excitement to the game. But if we keep comparing her to veterans instead of appreciating her unique talents, we're missing the point entirely. So, what's the real story here? It's not about whether Clark is better than Taurasi. It's about recognizing that both players bring something special to the game. It's about celebrating the present and the future of women's basketball, not just its past. Let's flip the script for a second. What if Shaq's comments are missing the bigger picture? Clark isn't just good for women's basketball. She might be changing the game in ways we haven't seen since Steph Curry revolutionized the NBA. You know what's crazy? Clark's style of play is so exciting. It's drawing comparisons to male players like Steph Curry. That's right, we're talking long-range shooting that'll make your jaw drop. But it's not just about the threes. Clark's entire approach to the game is dynamic and thrilling. Imagine this, a player so captivating that she's not just winning games, she's winning over new fans left and right. That's Caitlin Clark for you. She's not just playing basketball, She's putting on a show every time she steps on the court. And you know what that means? More eyes on women's basketball, more excitement, and more growth for the WNBA. But here's where it gets even better. Clark isn't just a solo act. She's part of a rivalry that's got everyone talking. Clark versus Angel Reese. It's like the WNBA's version of Magic versus Bird. This rivalry is doing wonders for the league, creating storylines that keep fans coming back for more. Let's talk about impact for a second. You know how Curry changed the NBA with his shooting? Clark might just be doing the same for the WNBA. She's not just good under pressure, she thrives in it, and that's exactly what the league needs. A player who can deliver when the stakes are high. Here's a quote that sums it up perfectly. She is just really freaking fun to watch. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Basketball is entertainment, and Clark is bringing the fun back to the game in a big way. But it's not just about the highlight reels. Clark's style of play is pushing the entire league forward. She's raising the bar, forcing other players to step up their game. And you know what happens when the level of play goes up? The fans get treated to even better basketball. Now, imagine a league where players like Clark and Reese are the norm, not the exception. We're talking about a WNBA that's more competitive, more exciting, and more popular than ever before. That's the kind of future Clark is helping to create, whether Shaq realizes it or not. Now, imagine a world where players like Clark get the respect they deserve. How would that change things? It's not just about one player, it's about the future of women's basketball. Let's talk about recognizing talent. When young stars like Clark burst onto the scene, it's not just exciting, it's crucial for the sport. These players aren't just putting up numbers. They're breathing new life into the game. They're the ones who'll keep fans coming back for more, season after season. But here's the thing, it's not enough for us fans to see their talent. The big names in basketball need to see it too. When legends like Shaq talk about up-and-coming players, their words carry weight. They can make or break a player's reputation before they've even hit their stride. Think about it. Fair commentary doesn't just boost a player's confidence, it changes how fans see the game. When we celebrate new talent, we're not just hyping up one player, we're getting fans excited about the whole league. And you know what excited fans mean? Growth. More viewers, more ticket sales, more everything. But there's another side to this story, and it's all about the money. In the WNBA, star power isn't just about fame, it's about fair pay. The more visible a player is, the more likely they are to land those big contracts and sweet endorsement deals. So when we downplay a rising star's talents, we're not just hurting their feelings, we might be messing with their future earnings. Now, let's imagine a WNBA where every Clark, every Reese gets the recognition they deserve from day one. We're talking about a league where young talents aren't just tolerated, they're celebrated, where every game is a must-watch, because you never know which rookie is going to blow your mind next. This isn't just good for the players, it's good for the whole sport. When young ballers see their heroes getting respect, it lights a fire. Suddenly, playing in the WNBA isn't just a dream, it's a goal. And that means more talent, more competition, and better basketball for all of us. So here's the deal. Recognizing players like Clark isn't just about being nice, it's about building a stronger, more exciting league. It's about creating a culture where respect is the norm, not the exception, and it's about making sure that the next generation of basketball stars knows that there's a place for them at the top.